Good afternoon, everyone. It is Tuesday, and so I have a Tuesday van chat. I am actually driving home. I decided that I am going to just drive back and forth and just be there for my daughter when I can. I don't know. There may be times that because of weather or if I know I'm really tired. I'm very tired today. But anyway, yeah, I just decided that I'll just be there for my daughter when I can. I know she's not going to be with me forever. And so, anyway, driving home today, and so I thought I would do a van chat and talk about these delivery jobs. I did a video on DoorDash. I tried DoorDash and I worked with them for a little over 3 hours and made a little over $43. It came to about $11 and something. Okay, so there's several different ones that you can do, but the second one I tried last night was Postmates. And Postmates, you don't have to sign up for a scheduled time. You just say you're there and you can get deliveries if you're in an area that's busy. If it's not busy, you're not going to get anything, and that's the key. So with DoorDash, I have to schedule a time, or if it's a busy area, then you can go and just start dashing. So last night I was going to DoorDash again, because if you build up so many deliveries in a week, you can get the schedule earlier. You can see it earlier and sign up, because the city I want to DoorDash in, there's never any time slots. Never. And so somebody takes all those up immediately as soon as they come out. And I thought, okay, well, then I don't want to get stuck in a city like I was the first night. I don't like that area myself. I'm familiar with it, but I just don't like it. The city that I want to do, I'm very familiar with it. And, like they say, go to Firehouse Subs, and I'm like, okay, I know where that is. And go to Old Charlotte, I know where that is, and so yeah, I know where everything is. But anyway, I don't know that I'm not going to be able to get scheduled time in that city. I can see that. But what I can do is when it's busy, I can go there and just get orders that way. So what I did with DoorDash, I think I told you, I stopped the one city I was in because I didn't like it. And then I went to the city closer to my house, and I got orders one after the other. I didn't sit there with nothing to do. So last night I tried Postmates, and with Postmates I wasn't going to do Postmates. I was going to do DoorDash. But what happened was, it showed it was busy in the city that I wanted to go to. It's about 10 miles from my house. So I even took my little Yorkie. I just park in a Publix is what I've been doing. And by the time I got there, it wasn't busy anymore. And I thought, okay, well, that was just wasted time. And so I can't dash because I haven't scheduled a time. So, and they're not busy, so they won't let you dash. So I thought, and with Postmates, what's funny about that is I just signed up for them yesterday, and they've already done my background check. And was it yesterday? It was Sunday or Monday, one of those days. They already did my background check and said I could get started. Well, I haven't even received their bag or their little credit card, and I'm thinking, okay. And so since I went to DoorDash and I couldn't because it wasn't busy, I said, well, let me try Postmates, because they said I could. So I just clicked, you just go online. So I went online, and nothing popped up like immediately. And so I bring my crocheting, I pulled it all out, and I started crocheting. Sure enough, one popped up, and I'm okay. And it was a sub place, and I knew right where it was. And actually, what I liked about this delivery, now they didn't pay me much for it, but I went and picked it up, and it was an apartment complex, which I'm not sure, I don't like those as much. Sometimes it's really hard to find the apartment. So, anyway, but I found it. I had texted the lady. I said, I'm here looking for your apartment. And she actually came down. I'm so thankful I didn't have to go upstairs. I'm not very good at stairs right now. So that was just maybe a little over $3. But she hasn't tipped me anything yet. Tips don't show up for like 24 hours with Postmates. So she may have tipped or may not. They can't use the app again until they do something with the tip. So yeah, so hopefully she'll tip or it will show up. I don't know. So all right, so that was that. And so I didn't go very far out of the busy area, so it wasn't far to get back to it. So I went back, and I was sitting in the parking lot again, went to the same place. And it's like, as soon as I think nothing's going to come up, and I'm just not very patient with it, I get an order. So this one was to Old Charlie's. I went to there, delivered it, and I thought, boy, this person looks familiar. And she looked at me like we knew each other. We both did the same look, and neither one of us said anything. And so I gave her the food, and I got in the car, and I'm thinking, that's the teacher I worked with last year, and she was a special ed teacher. And so I had her phone number, and so I pull it up, and I texted her and said, did you just get a delivery from O Charlie's? And she's like, yeah. She said, I thought that was you. And I said, yeah, I thought it was you too, but it was dark too. And it was just funny that we didn't say, neither one of us said anything. So that was funny. So then I thought, okay, and I don't know what time it was at that time. It was probably, I started at about 6:35. It was after 7, I know for sure. Okay, so I go back and I think, you know what, I'm going to stop and get gas and go to the bathroom and so forth. And well, and sure enough, all you gotta do is start doing something and you'll get an order. So I hadn't even started pumping the gas, so I just closed it all back up and got in the car and took the next order. The thing about Postmates is they don't tell you how many miles is it. They don't even tell you the amount that you're going to get paid for it, so you know nothing about it. Whereas with DoorDash, they'll give you a mileage, and they'll say, we're going to pay you $5 for this order, and that is with the tip. DoorDash will include the tip with it. And so a lot of people who do DoorDash, what they do is they won't take a delivery unless it's a certain amount or over. And I don't know that I want to play that game. I don't know because if you decline orders, then your acceptance rate goes down really bad. And I've already had to decline some because, one, I wasn't sure what I was doing. And two, I was trying to stop and I couldn't end my dash, and it kept giving me orders, and I tried to end it and I'd get another order before I could even push the end dash button. That's how fast the orders were coming in. So I declined like 2 or 3 of them before I could even end my dash. So that probably doesn't look very good. So to me, I figure I just accept what comes through because I'm there to make money, you know. So anyway, so with Postmates, hang on, I gotta check something. All right, I'm back. I thought I missed my turn, but I didn't, and so yeah, here we are. I guess there's some traffic ahead. Doesn't surprise me. But anyway, so with Postmates, oh, my last order. Oh, my word. So I get this order, and it's my third order, and I hadn't really decided how long I was going to do it. I thought about going till 9, but then after the third order, that was it. And so the third order was to go to Chipotle, so I knew where that was. It was right there. I thought, okay, great, that's just right there. But the delivery was so far out, and I don't remember how many miles. And I know Postmates pays you a certain amount for the miles, but good night. They only pay you like $1 something for the delivery, and then maybe 50 cents a mile. And if you had wait time, it's 7 cents a minute. So I don't know that DoorDash or Postmates pays any better. I don't know that yet. But anyway, it doesn't matter. So I had to get on the highway. When they said I had to get on the highway, I thought, are you kidding me? Is this not just right here? So I get on the highway and I head back down toward that city that I did the first night with DoorDash that I do not like to be in. Not only that, I turned down the road that was this windy, dark road that I took the last time I was down there trying to get back home. And it's just a windy, dark road, and I don't like it. I don't see well in the dark. And when you're on a dark road in Tennessee, or at least the area I'm in, you know, there's some mountains and hills around here. Anyway, so you're going down these windy roads and hills, and it's a 2-lane, so you've got the people coming towards you with their lights on, and some of them, I tell you, they have their brights on, and who knew? So you can't see, so you look away from the light to try to see your lane, to make sure you're not going to go out of your lane, because you're going to fall in some big old ditch if you do, because there's no shoulder. Yeah, I don't like those roads. So I'm driving, I'm like, oh my word, are you kidding me? I think it was probably 13, 14 minutes to get to this place. So I thought, okay, this is the last delivery, because then I would drive back that far to get back into the busy area by the restaurants. So I get to the neighborhood. It's a newer neighborhood, and of course it was like a maze to get to his house. Just drove, turn here, turn there, and I finally got to his house. And I even said, I said, goodness, I said, I can't believe you got an order way out here. And he says, yeah, he said, at first we couldn't even get pizza delivered out here. Because where I live, I can't get any deliveries. And I really don't live that far out. But I can't get any deliveries. So I was surprised that he could. And even when I've tried to sign up for Postmates, it won't accept my address. So, yeah. DoorDash, I think the only thing we can get delivered with DoorDash is Burger King. I can get, and I think there's a Jets Pizza that will come out. And that's it. Because when I had my surgery, you kind of need stuff like that. All right, so last night with Postmates, I worked about 2 hours. And so far, I've made $22.99. Now, that doesn't, one person, they've showed the tip. The other two do not show a tip yet. But they say that the tip doesn't show up. The minimum amount of time is 24 hours before a tip will be shown. So those people could just never leave a tip, and that's it. Or they might be adding a tip, and I'll see it later tonight. I hope they're adding tips. I don't think people realize when people who drive for this type of stuff, it's really the tips. That's how you make your money. It's like waitresses, So, trying to decide, well, is it worth it? What about the wear and tear in your car? Blah, 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 the gas. Well, you know what? My car is already worn and torn. It's an older car, or it's an older van. It's not new. And here's I guess why I like this type of stuff. One, I can pick when I want to work. Because one video I was watching, they were saying, well, maybe it's better if you just go be a delivery driver for Pizza Hut or, one of the pizza places. Because you're guaranteed so much an hour and then you get the tips. Yes, that's true, but I have to work how they schedule me. So if they schedule me a Saturday night when I've got something going on, I can't, it's hard to request time off. What if I don't want to work? What if I don't feel good? There's just so much to that I hate to be tied down with the schedule. Whereas with DoorDash, I can schedule myself, and I'm not sure if they guarantee so much when you're scheduled, so much an hour on that. I'm not really sure I understand that. One thing I've heard is that they guarantee you'll make $10 an hour, and if you don't, they'll reimburse you. So let's say I work for 3 hours, that's $30. And let's say I do, 3 deliveries totaling $22. So they'll give me the $8 difference. I don't know. When I was scheduled for them, well, see, like my average was $11 an hour. So yeah, so they wouldn't need to reimburse me anything. So, whereas Postmates, I don't have to schedule time. I can just work. So my thought is, if it's busy with DoorDash, I'm going to go to hopefully the city closest to my house. I am going to go try like a richer city where I know that richer people live, because maybe the tips are better and maybe the deliveries you get paid more. I'd like to try it. It's kind of on my way to work. So it's a little, I'd have to drive 30 minutes to get to the area. But if I made more money and more tips, it might be worth it. So I do need to try it and see if it's better. But I really would like to stay closer. And so I'm kind of excited. Because here's the deal. I made 43, I don't know, I forget. Let's say 43. 43 with DoorDash. And then last night, right now it's at $22.99. So, and I've sold a couple things. I sold some material for $15. It was just some pet material I had. And then I also sold some quilting squares, these plastic squares that you use to make quilts to cut things out. Well, you know what? I've never used them. They're brand new. They don't even have the plastic taken off of them. So, okay. So I sold that for $10. So that's $25 right there. Well, $10 of that $25 I'm giving back to my school, because they ask all teachers to donate back to the school. I work at a private school, and so that $10 I'm tucking away, I hope I haven't lost it, to go to the school. But the other $15, she actually paid me through Venmo, or however you say that, I don't know. And so that was put in my bank. So I had the 43 and the 15. That's why I was thinking of the 20. Okay. And so I took out some of that 43 plus 15, whatever that is. I took out $43. Okay, so I used $15. I'm going to put it in gas. Okay, and then the other 43 I transferred to my savings account. So here's the deal. I would have never put money in my savings account if I didn't do these deliveries. And I know I'm probably going to end up using it for Christmas, but at least I will have something to use for Christmas. I don't want to have to take payday loans or anything like that. I have 4 kids, 3 that will be home, at Christmas, or that I need to get gifts for. One of my sons is not in the States, so I'm not going to worry about him. But the other 3, one is still home, and the one in college, I don't know that she'll come home. She might come home Christmas Day, probably. And so, I do the stockings, and they'll have some gifts to open, so that takes money. Even if it's $200 a piece, that's $600, So, and even if I was thinking for my son, if I went and bought him some button-up shirts or something, well, that's not cheap, I'll have to find some sales or something, because he does need some good clothes. And so my thing is, if I'm making enough money that I can put it in savings, then I'm going to do it. And as much as I don't like the Dave Ramsey, he does have some good points. And the first being to get money set aside. And so, of course, it's not much right now. But if I keep door dashing and I keep putting money aside, it will build up. And it builds up faster than you realize. And so, and with teaching, you know, like over Thanksgiving, well, I have all of Black Friday that I could work. And I'll just look to see if it's busy. And, you know, who knows if it's going to be busy or not. I probably won't want to be out there because the traffic. So I definitely don't want to be in Nashville or this other city. Oh my goodness, no. But in the city that I live close to, it may not be too bad. But we just have to play it by ear, you know. And then the weekend times are the best. I noticed that last Friday it was really busy. I kept getting texts telling me to go dash. And so this Friday I'm definitely going to go dash. And probably Saturday, because the next weekend I'm going camping. So yeah, I can't even realize, I haven't even thought that through. So I need to start getting packed next week, get my car repacked and get that going. Yeah, so that will be exciting. And I don't think I'm going to be able to take my dog. I'm really kind of frustrated with that too, because if I could bring my dog to school for the day, then I could just take off to the campground. The campground I'm going to is about 30-40 minutes from where I work. So it does not make sense to go home and then drive another hour in to go camping. First of all, it'd be really dark. And so as it is, just leaving from work as soon as I can to get to the campground, and probably about 4 o'clock before I get there. So that gives you about an hour to set up before it's going to get dark. So I won't be able to take my dog, but anyway, I'll still get to be out there. I did take her with my food deliveries. I don't know, I guess she liked it. She just likes being with me. So, alright, I'm going to kind of close up this video because this one's over 12 minutes. Oh, these trees are so pretty. All the leaves changing colors. I'll have to switch the camera sometime. Anyway, I just wanted to talk about Postmates. Like I said, so far, and it's still about $11 an hour with them. Hopefully the other two deliveries will give a tip, which would bump that up a little bit, which would be wonderful. So I'm going to keep trying it. I haven't got to where I'm like, I'm not going to do this. I like the convenience that I can do it when I want to do it. And there's so many reviews and videos that I've watched of people saying don't take orders if they're like under $5, you know. And so I don't know about that either. They've probably dashed long enough that they already, I don't know. I'm just starting out, so you know, it kind of makes me nervous to not accept orders. So I don't know if I'm going to play that game. So, oh, and I got 4 cards done yesterday. So I got 4 cards in the mail this morning. Still have several stamps left, because I've only done 6 cards so far. So I need to work on that. So y'all find joy through serving and be blessed.